There are strong indications last night that the Fed between the national leader of the All Progressive Congress APC, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and Minister of Interior, Ugbeni Raouf Aregbesola, might be over earlier than it could be imagined. Highly placed sources privy to the reconciliation efforts reveal that concerned stakeholders in Yoruba land, the ruling party, and some influential leaders of thought in Nigeria have waded in and are already exploring ways to broker a truce between the two erstwhile good friends. According to the source who was in the know of the Reconciliation and Peace Initiative, of concern in particular to the peacemakers were the implications for the victory of the ruling All Progressive Congress APC in the upcoming governorship election in Osun State, and of course the overall best interest of the Yoruba race ahead of the 2023 general elections. I can say authoritatively that reconciliation efforts to close the rank between Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Ogbeni Raouf Aregbesola are underway and are already beginning to yield positive results. I'm confident that sooner than expected, the two APC chieftains will embrace each other and continue to work together as brothers, the source said. The source added that to underline how important the peace movement has become, the concerned stakeholders have given the reconciliation of Tinubu and Aregbesola top priority. The truce is being arranged to ensure that the matter is put to rest as fast as possible in the overall interest of the Yoruba people and the APC victory in the forthcoming Osun governorship election. It is a top priority, and there is no doubt that the reconciliation will pacify the aggrieved parties, the source said. We recall that it was a week ago that Aregbesola opened fire on Bola Tinubu that the era of godfatherism has come to an end. No more godfatherism, that it will not happen, that what they did to Ambode, he thinks he can come and repeat it. So he was just spitting fire. And when he was doing that, Nigerians were now reminding him that when it was really good between you guys, when it was rosy, you didn't mention all these things. You didn't know he was a godfather. So right now that both of you are falling apart, that is when you know that he's a godfather. But you know that politics in Nigeria is such a dirty game. The more you look, the less you see, and it's truly a game of interest. You know, the people are not put first. It's all about their personal interest. Aregbesola, all he was saying that all that while, it was just because of himself. It's not that he's really angry with this godfatherism thing. The godfatherism thing does not favor democracy. It's not one that favors the masses. It's only a selected few. So if you are connected to the godfather, if you have a link with the godfather, then you can benefit. But if you don't, you're on your own. That is not what will help the society. That's not what will help the nation. As a matter of fact, some of the problems we are facing today is as a result of this godfatherism. Now look at APC. What they are even concerned about, they are just concerned about winning the election. They are not even dealing with that issue that Aregbesola raised. Aregbesola raised an important issue that this godfatherism Bola Tinubu is playing has to come to an end. That it is what is killing the democracy in the country. But the stakeholders, the powers that be right now, they are working on the ground. They've started making moves to reconciling both of them. Are they reconciling both of them to make things work for the masses? No. What they are looking for right now is to see how APC can win the Osun governorship election, because what they've said that is going to have a negative impact if they are not reconciled, if they don't come out together, smiling together, that all is well, that they are now working together, that it will not tell where they will not get the sort of support. Because let's not forget that if Aregbesola goes his own way, he has his followers and his supporters. So that means they're already divided. Tinubu has his own. You know, even up to now, that in as much as people are criticizing Bola Tinubu after he declared his intentions to run for presidency, he still has a lot of supporters. There are people who still believe that there is a lot of good in him, that he will do the country where he can become president. So these guys, they have their own followers. So what they are fighting for, what these stakeholders are fighting for right now, is to see how they can pull the supporters together, so that the supporters, when they come together with that force, they will win the election. But how does this benefit the people? Of what benefit is it to the people, and of what benefit will it be to the society other than APC itself, that they are fighting to remain the ruling party? APC has Truly disappointed Nigerians. This is not the first time that it's being talked about. You know, the change they promised, the change they promised during the electionary period, that's during the 2015 general election and even 2019 again. We are still waiting for that change, you guys. The change is not here. Rather, they've even made it worse. It would have been better that they left the whole thing like that the country is left in the same situation. The country has gone backward. You know, PDP, they keep saying it that APC have dragged this country many years back. It's not a game of politics, because some people will see that PDP, they are just playing politics. It's just game of propaganda, the name calling and all of that they do. But let's look at it. Anyways, they've started reconciling them. Let the masses be wise. Anytime these politicians fight, you know, one of the remarks that came that time that Aregbesola started shooting, spitting fire, was that you people should not put your hand, leave these guys. They know where they will settle. They know how they are going to settle it out. And at the end of the day, it's the masses that will still be running at a loss, that nobody should speak. Because that point in time, some people were speaking for Aregbesola. Some people were saying, don't bite the hand that fed you. Don't do this, don't do that. Some were speaking against Bola Tinubu that your own is too much. You played godfatherism in every state. You want to be godfather everywhere. You know, so it was mixed reactions. And one that stood out was that leave these politicians alone. They are only fighting for their interest, not for the interest of the masses. It's only for their interest. And yeah, it's all out now. Is out. The move to reconcile them, and the main reason behind this move to reconcile them is not even for the masses to see that how they can move the country forward. It's how they can win elections, how they can remain the governing party, how they can remain the ruling party. Nigerians, let's be wise. Let's be wise and watch all these guys. Anyways, it was a source that was very privy, very close to these persons that made this information available to Vanguard News. We'll see how all of this ends up. Very soon, we're going to see them smiling together. Don't get me wrong, it's not like I'm praying that they should not be reconciled. They shouldn't settle. They should work together. Even Bible says follow peace with all men as much as possible. They should work together. But let it not just be for their own interest, because they have something to gain. That is why they are making such move. It will mean that it's just hypocrisy. They are not doing it genuinely, and it's only what they are after to gain, what they stand to gain. That is what is informing their decisions. That is what we're talking about in these politicians. They have two sides. Well, guys, leave us your own take. I would really love to hear what you think about Aregbesola and Tinubu's planned reconciliation. What stakeholders and concerned APC members and even leaders from Yoruba land, what they are planning. Thank you once again. Please don't forget to like, share, and to subscribe. Till I come your way again on more updates. Bye.